Hello everyone, welcome back to Football Manager 2017 with Newcastle United, and today we are going to finish off another season at the club. I'm just having a look now at some of our other seasons. It's been quite a long time. We're now in the year 2023 and next season will be 23-24, which will be the end of our 8th season, I think. So this is the end of the 7th season, 7 years at the club. And we're on course to qualify for the Champions League for, I think, the 3rd year in a row, or the 4th year in a row, actually. And we've also got the FA Cup final to look forward to, a competition that we have won in the past. It's been a little while since we actually won a trophy. We won it a couple of years ago. This will be the first time in 3 years that we won it. We had a couple of years where we made the final twice, but only won it once, so it'd be nice to win it again if we can, but it got to beat Liverpool to do that. So let's get through these league games. We are 4 points clear of Chelsea at the moment. If we beat Watford, we will be in a really good position to qualify. The game against Arsenal is a bit of a free hit, and then it's another home game against Norwich, where we should wrap up qualification if we haven't already. So let's have a look at the team for the match against Watford. It's pretty much our same starting 11. Now, Divock Origi did get injured. He's also going to miss the FA Cup final. So Sterling is going to start on the left flank, but he will almost certainly not be with us next season. Simonsen and Sane continue up top. Rabiot, Kovacic and Cook in that central midfield area, with Rahman, Lucas, Almanza and Chambers across the back four. Flanagan charging through midfield finds Woodburn. Now Son Heung-min. He's tackled by Chambers, but they've kept the ball, and it's Woodburn who turns our defence and fires over the bar. Leroy Sane charging down the right flank, cuts inside. He's got 4 players around him, still going. He finds Raheem Sterling, who's hit the woodwork. Cook with a corner, cleared away. Lucas there sends it back to Cook. He plays it across to Rabiot. Players in the middle. We've only got 15 minutes left to try and find a winner, and instead it's Woodburn bringing the ball away. Melagoni wins it back. Now Sane playing on the other flank. Pulls it back to Cook. Melagoni into Simonsen. Now Rabiot heads it at goal. That was poor. He shouldn't be trying to header from there. Well, we have somehow failed to break down Watford, and that really doesn't help us out in our Champions League qualification, because now we are going to have to get a result against Arsenal, which is not something I wanted. We're 5 points clear of Chelsea, but they have a game in hand. Well, we haven't even had to play Arsenal and we've qualified for the Champions League. Chelsea lost their game in hand 4-0, and then earlier today they lost to Manchester City 5-0, which means that we've managed to completely turn it around and qualify for the Champions League. But as you can see, their transfer budget is just miserable, £16.6 million. The club is struggling for money for reasons that I don't fully understand. I'm sure it's something to do with our transfer spending over the past few years, but we're going to have to work hard to get the most out of £16 million. That said, we are in the Champions League next season. We've been really good in the second half of this season, and I think if we can keep this up, we will definitely be back challenging for the title next time round. But let's get through this Arsenal game and then get to that FA Cup final. Here is the team for the match against Arsenal. A few changes now that the results don't overly matter. Scott Orr's getting a bit of game time, as is Zeke Gomez. Sterling continues on the left. Sergi Samper is back from his horrendously long spell out injured. He's still a good player, rated 22 and a bit million pounds. Not bad as a defensive midfielder or a central midfielder. He only got 3 games for us before getting his injury, so he's going to get a return today. Otherwise, everybody's pretty much the same as usual, and I'm hoping we can at least avoid defeat, if not snatch a win. Nielsen forward to Alexis Sanchez. Now Coquelin through to Ramsey, who's fouled by Lucas in on goal, and that could be worse than just a penalty. It's just a yellow card for Lucas. He doesn't get the red, but Arsenal get the chance to take the lead inside 3 minutes. It's Alexis Sanchez who hammers it in the top corner. Alexis Sanchez swings the free kick in, and it's a foul from Scott Orr, and Arsenal are going to get a second penalty. Alexis Sanchez for his second, and he gets it. It's 2-0 to Arsenal. It's been a pretty dire match, to be fair. Just the 2 penalties as the highlights. And it means that we've lost another league game. There is a full-time whistle. It has finished 2-0. Really disappointing performance from the team. No real chances created that I saw, at least. But it's got very interesting at the top of the table now. Just 2 points separating the top 3. Manchester United, you might remember after the first game of the season where they beat us, I called them as unstoppable title challengers. But it looks like Man City and Arsenal might be able to do it. Our final Premier League game of the season is at home against Norwich. There's not really anything riding on this game, so there's quite a few changes as there were against Arsenal. We've got Sterling, Gomez and Sane leading the line with Rabiot, Samper and Alexander-Arnold in midfield. Then it's Callum Steele, Lucas, Chambers and Pinheiro making up the defence. Samper to Rabiot, now see Gomez. Rabiot tries to play it over the top, it's come back to him. He slips it through for Callum Steele, who loses the ball to Howson. Trippier tries to clear it, but I think he might have given that straight back to us. It's Alexander-Arnold into Sergi Samper, through for Sane, who's hit the crossbar. Raheem Sterling follows up. Simonsen. Tackled by Hayden, but it's run for Sane. Now Sergi Samper, across to Melagoni. Raheem Sterling can maybe find Simonsen. Instead he pushes it out wide to Pinheiro. His cross falls to Samper. Now Melagoni to Sterling. And it's hit the woodwork again, I think. Holding's been tackled by Melagoni there. But Trippier cleans up. Melagoni wins the tackle again. Now Simonsen takes a touch, steps inside and finishes it for 2-0. 24 goals since January for Simonsen. That's a very routine win against Norwich. Good goals from the team means that we finish on a high in the league and set ourselves up for that game against Liverpool very well. Chelsea finished 5 points behind us in the end. 77 points, not a bad points total. Manchester United did win the league and we were 10 points off them. They hit that 85-point threshold, but so did Man City, interestingly. So maybe I need to revise that to 86 points to win the title. Either way, I am quite excited for next year because we lost 9 league games this season, which is unacceptable. But so many of them came against smaller teams by 1 or 2 goals to nil. And now that we've got Simonsen leading the line, those kind of results have pretty much stopped completely. So if you even reverse 3 of those matches, we'd actually be on 86 points, which would leave us second, 1 point behind United. So I think next season we've got something to be excited about. We don't have the transfer budget to do much about, but we can talk about that later. First things first, we've got to play Liverpool in the FA Cup final. Here is the team for the FA Cup final. We've got Simonsen leading the line with Correa and Sane on the wings, Rabiot, Kovacic and Cook, the central midfield team. Then Lucas, Almanza, Mamana and Pinheiro make up the back 4. Mamana, the only player not entirely fit, but he's our best central defensive option, with Lucas playing at left back because Rahman is missing. I think that we should win this FA Cup. It's been a while since we won any trophies and I'm quite keen to get some silverware back into the stadium. I'm expecting us to get a good performance. I don't think we'll concede any goals today. We've got a very strong defence and Ketchell's been brilliant in the latter half of this season. So we're relying on Simonsen to get the goals and sink this Liverpool team. Corner for Liverpool. Odegaard sends it in. It's away by Mamana and Kovacic is going to get there first. We have been dominating, so it would be unfortunate if we went behind. But Bernard puts in a good tackle. There's Cook. Now Rabiot to Correa. Simonsen just plays the ball back. Lucas will be able to swing it in from that left flank. Odegaard away. Now it's Rabiot. He finds Simonsen in a dangerous area. It's Leroy Sané. Back to Simonsen. It's off the post. Now we've had 70% possession in that first half and not managed to get the goal. I'm going to tell the team I'm not happy with them and hopefully fire them up to get a goal. Pinheiro finds Leroy Sané. Now Rabiot. Less than 20 minutes left as Lucas comes from the left. Raheem Sterling, who came on for Correa, Klein puts in a tackle, and then Lucas tackles him back, and he's going to get a red card. Not the first time he's got a red card in a big game this season. You might remember he got sent off against PSG when we were crushed following that red card, and we've now got to see out the FA Cup final with 10 men. Last minute corner from Kovacic, sent towards Mamana. It comes out to Raheem Sterling. The ball's fallen for Malagoni, edge of the area. Malagoni's done a Steven Gerrard. He scored in the 92nd minute with a long shot from outside the area. 10-man Newcastle. We've done it. We've won the FA Cup in the 92nd minute. That's the magic of the cup. Only 10 men on the pitch for us, and we've still managed to do it. It was the substitute I brought on in the 85th minute. Danger not over as Steele slides in the penalty area, but there's the ticker tape. We've managed to do it. We've won the FA Cup for the second time. Absolutely brilliant stuff from the team. Oh, I'm lost for words. What a way to do it. I really thought we were going to lose that when we got a man sent off, but we've won it for the second time in 3 years. Absolutely brilliant. Lucas is going to get a warning for his performance. I don't mind too much given we managed to win the FA Cup, and there it is. Absolutely brilliant stuff. And if we just have a look at my managerial reputation, it's now on 4 stars. Career achievements, trophies that I won. We got promoted from the Championship, we won the AFL Cup, and now we've won the FA Cup twice too. That's 3 trophies I've brought to Newcastle. It's been a long journey to get to this extra trophy, and finishing 4th isn't the best, but I think I'm more excited for next season than I have been in a long time. And it's because of this man right here, our top goal scorer, despite only joining us in January, Morten Simonsen. What a signing he was. Absolutely brilliant player, world-class quality, no doubt about that. He's forced Origi out of the team in the strikers role. Z Gomez is threatening to leave because he can't play. And just look at this, 18 goals in 17 league appearances, 24 for the season in 27 appearances. Just absolutely brilliant. He started out at FC Midtjylland, where he had a brilliant goal scoring record, went to Napoli, and I can't believe they let him go for just £25 million. That's so crazy. But he is without doubt our star player. Also, Leroy Sané had another good season. He's been brilliant since we signed him. I think he was another January signing. We brought him in and he turned over our season again. And he had a good time last season, and he's had another good season this time out. 12 goals, 9 assists, not bad at all. 18 goals and 16 assists in 55 games overall. Mana, our captain, has been a rock ever since we brought him in. 4 seasons now he's been at the club, and he's always averaged a very good rating no matter how many games he plays. Let's have a look at the overall squad. I'll just fix this screen.